Look at that. Snowing today. Now, what's today? The 22nd of April. The sun was out, it was warm, sunny yesterday. The dandelions are just starting. So it's official. If your bees are alive and the dandelions are out, your bees have made it through the winter. But we'll still have days like this. It's still going to be some cruddy weather to come. But generally speaking, the gaps between the spells of good weather are getting shorter and shorter. So we've got another windy day tomorrow. So we've got 2 days of bad weather. We've got a beautiful day on Saturday forecast, which, as it happens, is my first beekeeping class of the year. My first hands-on class, that is. At any rate, I've had virtual classes, but this is the first hands-on class. And so I'm very grateful for that, and it looks like the long distance forecast is for the following Saturday to be pretty good too. So my first two live classes in person are forecast to be decent weather. And I'm very, very glad of that, and I'm very happy for those who have booked those classes so long ago. These classes have been booked up for a couple of months now. Looking at the timing of things right now, I still have a bit of availability for my later May classes. I may try and fit in more beginners classes between now and then. I'll look at the gaps in my schedule and see if we can fit more in, because there are very few live beekeeping classes going on right now. So hopefully we can fit it in. So watch my Facebook page, The Bee Whisperer, and I'll be announcing any new classes. I shall soon be announcing dates for my intermediate classes, which will usually take place in June when I have a little more time and there's a lot more can be done in the bee yard. But for today, I've got to prepare this the classroom, because it's currently full of stuff. I'll not say other words I would use to describe it, but I've been painting boxes because I'm going to be out of spaces. These are different piles from the last ones, but this is my classroom, and right now my classroom is a mess, and this is today's job. So kind of useful to have a snowy day today, because I certainly need to occupy myself getting this place ready. While I'm doing it, I'm heating up a bit more wax and melting down a bit more of this stuff I've been bringing in and saving. So all of this stuff I could do with doing a few more of these frames, but I'm going to try and keep on top of this stuff. This all is going to have to go away, but this will be used for fixing up any frames that the bees aren't building. So I've got a lot of cleaning up to do. I would not want people coming in here looking and thinking this is how I normally operate. And so I'm just recording it to show everybody anyway, aren't I? So these are all ready to go out, as are most of these. And I just got confirmation this week that my queens will be here next week. So it's official. The weather forecast is good. I'll be starting to make splits and make makeup nukes in the coming few days. This time next week I'll be making splits and nukes. So you can look forward to some of those videos. This is at least a week, probably 2 weeks ahead of what I did last year. My aim is when I do a split, I'm going to be making 2 categories of splits. One is with the existing queen. The existing overwintered queen will go for the first colonies that people are looking for overwintered bees. If you order early, you can get the overwintered bees, overwintered queens. So they've proven themselves through a main winter. If I have a colony with 6, 7 frames of brood, 3 of those frames of brood will go with the overwintered queen, and she'll stay in that nuke box for another week, so there's probably going to be 3 to 4 frames of brood before that colony is sold. And then the other frames of brood will go into hives with new queens. And typically what I would do is put 2 frames of capped brood into a nuke, along with the frames of a frame of pollen, a frame of honey, and a frame of foundation. They'll have the new queen, and those colonies will stay and develop for about 3 weeks while the new queen emerges and is thoroughly accepted by those bees. And by the time we're at 2 to 3 weeks on, we've now got 3 to 4 frames of brood, of which more than half of that is the new queen's brood. So those will be for nukes that I'll be selling second half of May. The overwintered queens are the ones that will be going right away in the early part of mid-May. So a lot to do today in terms of taking advantage of bad weather. Here now I can take advantage of bad weather to do jobs that I really have to do, whereas before what I'm desperate for is good weather to get out there and do the jobs I need to do outside. So no matter what, I'm desperate to do more work. So we will see what's coming, and I'll look forward to seeing those people that are joining me on Saturday. I'm Peter Cowan, the Bee Whisperer. See you next time.